President Mahama has done well by listening to my advice to make peace with Otumfuor. Fellow compatriots, I address you as a citizen and a peacemaker and builder interested in ensuring a serene, stable and peaceful ecosystem to serve as an enabler for the long-term prosperity of the Republic of Ghana. There is no doubt that politicians play a critical role in achieving the above. In the same vein, we can't underestimate the important role played by traditional authority in that regard. News of an unsavory back and forth between the high office of the former president and candidate for the NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the palace of His Royal Highness Otumfuor II came to me as a surprise, considering the long-standing good relationship between the two elderly statesmen. The speech by Otumfuor about the key role he played on a smooth transition after the election in 2016 was met with serious questioning by the NDC as to the sequence and chronology of events. I certainly don't fault the palace, and the least we can do is hold brief for the opposition NDC as well. Otumfuor was well-intentioned in his bid to project to the world the critical contribution of traditional authority to our enviable democratic and peaceful credentials as a country. The NDC, on the other hand, justifiably so, felt that even though well-intentioned, the floor of the United Nations was too big a platform for its flag bearer to be seen as someone who had to be cajoled before he would relinquish power. I certainly don't fault either side. At the height of this debacle, I cautioned against driving a wedge between the two important national figures, and I called on His Excellency, the former president, to rise above the partisan cacophony by a section of his teeming loyal fans who gave the king a dressing. Chiefs are fallible, so are politicians. Subsequently, I humbly called on the former president to pick up the phone and call his brother Otumfuor II. I believe that critical call was made at some. I am usually seen as a loner in the views I espouse, but eventually subsequent events prove me right. Prove my assertions right. I'm glad that we give branch to the revered palace of Otumfuor. A culture as a people, one doesn't need to necessarily be wrong before they apologize. You can apologize even when you are right. I commend the former president for showing courage in taking such a bold and humble step. And I commend Otumfuor II for being receptive to his brother and letting this sad episode slide. Let's continue to work together as stakeholders in the peace and prosperity of Ghana and do our best to rise above partisan bickering that tears this nation apart, weakens our collective resolve, and chips away at our unity of purpose and sense of mutual goodwill as a people. I'll continue to support the state in all its initiatives to make life better for the good people of Ghana. God bless you, and God bless the Republic of Ghana. Thank you.